What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gershwan.
Today we're back to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater
WAAAGH!
That hurts.
Yep. And this is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, simply comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first.
That's exactly what Faking It 66 did. His question is one that is gonna turn your nipples inside out. He asks, if the Dark Angels' goal is to kill or to convert the fallen angels, then how often are they successful with converting their members back into the chapter? And what happens to those who can't convert?
So by conversion, they mean just getting them to admit that they did something wrong and then killing them for it.
Pretty much.
Think of the Jehovah's Witness, but nothing like the Jehovah's Witness. They torture them, the chaplains, like there's a lot of art of the chaplains just like electrocuting and like hitting them over the head with the
little flail
arcanum thing. Yeah. And yeah, that's basically what any imperial commissar or like any type of chaplain does when they have a heretic. Whenever they say we're gonna interrogate them, it doesn't mean that, oh, we're gonna like try to figure out what's going on. It just means like we're just trying to admit that they're wrong and then kill them.
Right.
If that means that we're going to torture them until they admit to something that might not even be true, doesn't matter. Because in the eyes of the Emperor, if this accused person is dead, then he's not a problem.
Right. And it goes so far as to, I think even the psychic discipline for the Dark Angels is called like the interrogation discipline or something like that. So if they can't, hurt you enough physically to make you confess, they'll do it psychically.
Yeah. If you want to look at a Space Marine chapter or a Space Marine unit that is borderline evil, look at the, what are they called? The guys with the Black Rage?
The Death Company.
Yeah, the Death Company, because they're basically berserkers that are still fighting for the Imperium. Kind of like the Wolfen, same thing.
I mean, the Blood Angels literally have them chained up until it's time to let them loose and like go out in a blaze of glory. But they gotta be careful because, Black Rage, Red Thirst, it'll make them turn on their own friends. So it's best just to like have them in chains and then let them die in the battlefield.
Basically.
And they actually see that as like an honor instead of having them kill them off themselves.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why they have the Executioner Astaroth. He's got the angel wings and he's got like a huge axe. And if he notices anybody falling to the Black Rage, he'll just chop off their head.
Next question comes from Gyro Zeppli. Is Gilliman's orange juice better than Rogaldorn's barbecue sauce? I hate orange juice, so I'm gonna go with Dorn's barbecue sauce all day, every day.
Surprisingly enough, I generally don't use barbecue sauce.
I don't either. Actually, I don't like orange juice or barbecue sauce.
I like orange juice. I have to go with he's got the juice.
You know what's funny? Now that you mentioned that, yeah, I would much rather drink orange juice than eat barbecue sauce. But I'm still sticking to Rogaldorn because Rogaldorn's awesome.
Yeah, it's like whenever I go out and I have ribs, like the server always looks at me funny when I say like no barbecue sauce.
Do you get like buffalo sauce on it or something?
Sometimes, yeah. But like Buffalo Wild Wings, never get barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Well, their spicy barbecue doesn't taste like barbecue.
I've never had their spicy barbecue.
Yeah. Buffalo Wild Wings, though, after you eat Buffalo Wild Wings, you gotta go to the bathroom. Because, yeah.
Quick question for you guys. Is boneless wings, are they chicken nuggets or are they wings?
They're wings. Oh, boneless wings?
Boneless wings.
Oh, yeah, they're nuggets, right?
Technically, right?
You know what I noticed now that I've gotten older? Because before I used to always order boneless wings when we went to Buffalo Wild Wings or like Wingstop.
Yeah.
Now it's all about traditional. Because like that's where the flavors are. Yeah.
I always get the ones that Jewel with the bone.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Get some bread and some wings.
Some bread. Jewel's bread is probably the best bread around.
I agree.
Next question comes.
Proud heretic.
Yep.
Gersh, proud heretic.
Oh, I'm a heretic?
No.
Oh.
Maybe. Why do so many Space Marine chapters look for violent individuals if they're just going to brainwash them anyway? Couldn't they just make them violent as part of the brainwashing?
To explain this, you need to know about Pokemon. I'm assuming you do. If not, I'll explain it to you. So in Pokemon, there's EV and IV characteristics inside of your Pokemon. I don't know which ones are which, but one of them, either it's IV or EV, it's like they were born. That Pokemon was born with this natural ability, and then the other one, the IV, is like how you train that person. Like, if you take it into, like, realistic, in the real world, it's like LeBron James. LeBron James was actually born just biologically superior to play this one game of basketball. And on top of that, he has all of his training behind him that makes him, like, above and beyond better than most, basketball players. Same thing with this thing.
Yeah, Space Marine recruits... what do they call it? Scouts.
Yeah. They can take like a regular Joe and brainwash him, make him evil, but it's not going to be he's not going to be or not making him evil, but making him like battle hardened. Yeah. But it's way better to find somebody who's already a battle hardened individual in real life, or was going to be, and then make him battle hardened, because then he becomes the LeBron James of the world.
Yeah. Essentially, think of You bring somebody that's really good at what they do and somebody who's okay at what they do. Usually the better one's going to become like the sergeant. Eventually might even become the chapter master.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Yeah. Next one.
This one is by Drew Cipher. Given that the universe contains insane amounts of galaxies, are there galaxies with other chaos gods? And for example, if two galaxies were to collide, like the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way, how would that impact the warp and the gods? Would it merge, or would it become Warp War 2?
That's a good question, and that's actually, I wonder if the old ones migrated to the Andromeda Galaxy, and they know that they're eventually going to collide with the Milky Way Galaxy, so they send in the Tyranids to do the clean slate thing.
And the forward forces.
Yeah, but anyways, the fact that there isn't a warp in other galaxies might mean that there isn't psychic individuals or people who show up in the warp in those other galaxies. Kind of like it was the old ones who manipulated the warp. It wasn't the warp who manipulated the old ones, because chaos gods are created through the manifestation of sentient beings.
Yeah, emotional.
In the real world.
Right.
So the warp is dependent on reality. The reality is not dependent on the warp. Does that make sense?
Yes. Like, reality is going to be there no matter what.
Yeah.
But depending on what reality makes. Mm-hmm. So let's say, for example, if humanity evolved to only feel hate.
Yeah.
Then that's going to greatly impact what happens in the warp.
Right.
So since you just have hate, you're not going to have, like, gods of, like, planning, because they're just going to think about, like, fighting and stuff like that. So Khorne would be much stronger than, like, the other chaos gods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they're even there.
Yeah. When, with that said, though, then if the old ones migrated to the Andromeda Galaxy, there might not be a warp now, but eventually there would be, because those psychic beings have now gone to over there, and they're building that psychic pool. So maybe when they collide, there's going to be like a warp point 2 with different gods. Maybe, I don't know.
That'd be interesting. That'd be kind of cool. Or maybe it's like a parallel of this warp. So maybe there's another god of Khorne over there.
Oh yeah.
That'd be interesting. That's a cool concept.
2 gods of war. Next question comes from God Emperor Pierogies P. Could 40K universe survive in the swamp?
Like Shrek swamp?
Yeah.
No. Because it would just be like, get out me swamp. That's it.
Next one.
This one's by Nicholas Anazalon. Is Lehman Russ similar to Disney's Tarzan and Mowgli from the Jungle Book?
No.
I don't. Well, I mean, I guess like you're talking about like Pharaoh Child.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, because I mean, well.
Because Mowgli didn't go back to humanity, did he?
Well, in some instances he did.
Oh.
Well, like which version are you talking about? Because like the Disney movies are often obviously based off of like other stories and stuff like that. Like Cinderella, the original, or was it Cinderella? Yeah, I think the original Cinderella was like a lot more darker than what Disney raped. Does she?
No.
But yeah, I mean, because I'm thinking about like the live action Jungle Book, and he did go back, right? That's how he got the fire.
Oh yeah, but I thought him coming back with the fire was like, and then didn't he set the
yeah, everything got on fire. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know.
I guess that's to show you that fire's gonna get you burned.
There you go. So to answer your question briefly, somewhat inspired by. Next question comes from Frederick Kaiser. How do Imperial citizens react to Harlequin plays? They clap.
Like
Clap your hands.
Some people clap without needing to use hands.
Oh, that's that donkey rhythm. No, what is it called? It's not donkey rhythm. Something rhythm.
Paul NK, will you guys dress up in 40K attire for Halloween?
We're gonna try to put out creepy pastas for Halloween. I'm working on them now. No, I'm not gonna dress up though.
You just imagine you as an orc.
Yeah, I'm just all green.
Just put a like green morph suit.
Yeah. Next question comes from. This is gonna be the last question. It comes from Nodosa. What happens if a Chaos Marine dies? P.S. Thanks for answering my question on what happens if a Space Marine dies. If a Chaos Space Marine dies, it's really bad.
Yeah.
They sold their soul to the devil, basically, to the whatever Chaos God. So that Chaos God consumes that soul, and they cease to exist. Identical to what happened to Horus.
Yeah. Well,
wiped away.
That's because the Emperor wiped his soul away.
Yeah, so the god wipes the soul away of that creature, of that Space Marine. Consumes it, basically.
Right. Yeah. Unless you're Lucius the Eternal. you don't die. You just reincarnate, kind of. Whoever killed you becomes you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Chaos God doesn't become Lucius.
Yeah. I guess that's like Slanesh at work there. It's like, oh, here's this soul. And, yeah. Kind of like Shaman King, where they like take out the souls. Yeah. That's a really old anime.
I've never seen it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Came out like in the 90s.
90s?
Yeah.
Shaman King?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question. Do that thing that you do so well. And, of course, don't forget we have a Patreon. Simple $1 a month helps us create more videos for you guys. If you can't, liking, commenting, and sharing helps out the channel.
That's right, guys. Don't forget, you can also check out more 40K content on our Facebook page. And yeah, that's all we got. Gershwin, we're out of here.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.